Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am here, Jessica here, to do something a little bit different. I've been thinking about how in 2026 to balance all the different creative things that I like to do. So I like to junk journal. I like to read. In the past year, I've been doing a lot of writing. And I like to do slow stitching. And how do I balance all of those things throughout my weeks? So I've decided to do a journal. And I think what wind up doing is I'll do some journaling with me. And I also want to keep track of my steps, my activity, my steps in my swimming. So I'm going to make myself a ring bound journal. And to do that, what I have gathered is I have gathered some rings, because I used to make some ring bound journals. I have one in my Etsy right now. And so I'm going to make myself a ring bound journal. These are, how big are these? These are 2-inch rings. So I'm going to use 3 of those. I have an Edith Holden cover. The pages have long been used in things. I have an Edith Holden cover, and I have cut 3 holes in that Edith Holden cover. What I did was I found the middle, although it's not looking very middling, is it? Anyway, it should be the middle. And then I measured in 1.5 inches from the top, 1.5 inches from the bottom, and I used my Big Bite, my Crocodile 2 Big Bite to cut through that. And I also have made a template to match up with those holes so that I can make the matching holes on the paper. And I came in 1/2 inch from the edge. So you can see those line up quite nicely, 1/2 inch from the edge. I'm not sure if that's the best distance, but eyeballing it, it looks right to me. So I've got that. I have the spine that I cut off because I don't want to just toss it. I figure I'll use it for something. And then I have some lace. I'm going to wrap the edges, these raw edges, in some lace. And I picked out a piece of decorative 12 by 12 paper. This is actually the inside of a cover of a 49 Market Pack. And because I want to have a pocket definitely in the front cover in order to keep my template, and probably in the back cover as well. Then for pages, I should say also that this idea was inspired primarily by 2 people. Barbara at 49 Dragonflies, and I will link her channel below, who does this, has been doing this for years. And she'll do journal with me's and crafts with me's and work in her journal. And I think I'm going to try and emulate that as well. And Margaret from 7 Plaza, who's also starting one for this year. And she's the one who reminded me of the rings, because she's not doing this type of ring. She's doing a ring binder that's still attached to the ring binder spine that she took off an old journal. And I didn't have any of those. Oh, I should also say my goal for this year, and I need to write this someplace in the beginning of the journal, is to use what I have. I have a lot of stuff. I have a fully stocked craft room, and it seems foolish to continually buy things when I have things. And it's so tempting. I'm always tempted. I see something shiny and exciting on someone's channel, and I'm like, oh, I could just hop on Amazon. That'll be here tomorrow. But I'm not going to do that. This year, I am going to use my stash, use what I have. And I have an old craft room tour from when we first redid the room. And I will link that. I'll try and link that, up, I think up there on the screen. It doesn't look exactly like that anymore because, that was all brand new and shiny. And we also use this room now as a guest room from time to time. So it's a little bit cluttered behind me. However, I am going to use my stash. And so I have downloaded some of Barbara's journal pages. She has a mushroom one that she recently had a a sale on. If you go to her channel and watch December, she's got me doing it. She has some discount codes in her Defemberember videos. Again, I'll link her channel below. So she had these really cute mushroom journal pages, and I printed them out on some heavy cardstock. I've inked the edges with frayed burlap, and I've just folded them in half, and I think I'm going to glue them all together and put holes in them and put them in. So this one I printed before. This one's on just copy paper. It's the month. So that'll go at the beginning. And then I also made my own tracker for my swimming. My husband and I swim a lot. So this morning we went to the Y, our local Y, and we swam 3,000 yards. So I'm going to use it like a step tracker. But so these are in thousands of yards, but it's swim tracker. So I'm going to do that as well. And then I also need to make one for the list of books that I've read, and like book reviews. And I was thinking I'm going to try, I have some stamp making. This is a stamp that I made myself a while back. This is one that I sketched out. I have a bunch of the stamp block materials. I think what I'm going to do is make myself a book stamp. And I think I'll probably do that in a different video. And I'll call that making a book tracker. Because last year I read like, I don't know, between 80 and 100 books. My Goodreads isn't quite accurate. But I read a lot this past year. And I want to keep doing that. And balancing all of these things together so that one of them doesn't fall out of the mix. So let's start putting this together. So this is my front cover, and I have some Fabri-Tac. Let me get out a little bit of scrap paper here. I have some Fabri-Tac, and I want to glue this lace on. And I think I'll do it so that I can still read the nature notes of an Edwardian lady. So I'm going to need to figure out how to embellish the cover a bit more. And I was thinking of taking a page out of Rachel at Roxy Creations book and maybe add some fabric or slow stitch embellishments. But I don't have those ready at the moment, so that'll have to be for another video. See, I've already got 3 videos planned. This is going to work out. Okay, so I'm just going to put that down so that we can see nature notes. And then how far over does this come? It comes over the whole. Whoops. So I hope you all had a good holiday, whatever it is that you celebrate. We've just come through a bunch of them. We came through solstice, and we came through Hanukkah, and today is the 27th, and we just had Christmas. So lots of holidays. My family, we have people who celebrate any one of those things. So I usually just say Happy Christmas. Oh, and birthdays. We have a lot of birthdays in my family too. We just had my dad, my mom, my daughter, and me. We all had birthdays this month. So sometimes it's Happy Christmas birthday. Okay, so there's one side. And let's do the back. I also want the back to have the scalloped edge like that. And I'll just punch, that's the word I'm looking for, the holes through the lace. So I should probably, what do you know? wrestle. I don't think so. I was contemplating whether or not I should wrestle with an eyelet. But I don't think I will. I think I can probably get... I was watching a video by Treasure Books. And I'll try and remember to link her channel as well. And she did a bunch of these. And she did not decide to use eyelets. She pointed out that if you're using eyelets within the journal, that they actually add quite a bit of bulk on the ring side of the book. So I'm going to definitely skip that. I suppose I could do it just on this side, but I don't know. I can always add that later. I think I only have like the Recollections and the Tim Holtz eyelets. I don't have any specialty eyelets, and this is thick, so I think I might struggle to get the edges bent. So I think maybe I'll skip the eyelets. Is the result of that that train of thought. So I'm home alone right now. The dogs are out, I have a nice big fire going in the wood stove, and the dogs are out stretched out beside the fire. They're huskies. And while they do love being outside, they really love the fire, the warmth of the fire. My kids got me an electric blanket for my birthday. I've never owned an electric blanket before, and I absolutely love it. And the dogs do too. They love the warmth. They're so funny. I made myself a nice cup of rosehip tea. Just take a sip. Oh, that's good. Okay. So there we have our covers. I think I will... I don't know what my Tim Holtz scissors have on them, but they have something that is unpleasantly sticky. Okay. And then hopefully that will fray a bit over time. Okay, let me get my Crop-A-Dile. I think I only need to use my Crop-A-Dile to repunch these holes because I'm not actually punching through anything other than lace. Oops. I take that back. It does not fit. Okay, let's see if I can do this with minimal jiggling. I apologize if I jiggle you. The shelf that I take it from is the shelf that the overhead clampy thing is attached to. One lace hole. It's right there. Oh, I'm having trouble seeing it. You know what? I'm gonna have to mark it. Right there. And right there. Oh, that's pretty much over a hole. Just this one then. So, yeah, so we had a lovely Christmas. My husband's family is Swedish, and so Christmas Eve we go up to the cousin's house in Boston. And we do a gift exchange. So all the younger kids, the kids generation now, they're all adults. So there aren't any like little kids left to get toys for. So my husband's cousin, whose house we hold it at every year now, it makes a list for us, and we you buy one person a gift, and it's supposed to be like a $30 limit. And we have a nice little gift exchange, and we go, it changes from year to year. This year we went youngest to oldest. Next year we'll do oldest to youngest, and we take turns, and it's really fun. It's really sweet and lovely. And people really think about the gifts. Everybody got lovely, thoughtful gifts. It was so sweet. It was so fun. And yeah, my son's girlfriend has started joining us, and she got my mother-in-law, my husband's mother, this year. And she made her homemade quilted coasters and got her a cute mug and some really fancy tea. And it was just such a thoughtful gift. And the person who got me a gift got me we've been doing a lot of camping lately, and he got me this cute little Solo stove. It's only about this big, and it burns wood, and you put it on your picnic table, and it's specifically for like s'mores and stuff, which was just, I was so tickled. I loved it, loved it, loved it. So yeah, and just people were really thought about the person that they had. Oops, it's not working. It's okay. And did a great job. So I highly recommend doing it. Because once you know, who among us really needs anything? So there we go. It looks a little wonky now, but as it fills up, it will become more stable looking. It's an experiment. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I need a pocket for, put that down. I need a pocket for right there. And I'm just gonna eyeball measure. I guess it's kind of directional in that it has some background stamps on it. So, need a pencil. We'll go to there. Oops, this is one of those, isn't it? I need here we go, old-fashioned pencil, and I'm gonna go to, I'll go to there. Okay. And I need my cutting board. Maybe I'll get 2 out of this. Okay, so I'm going to actually go about 1/4 of an inch past where I measured so that I have room for a gusset. So I do like to do, pockets with gussets. I swear I just changed this blade. I don't know why it was stuttering. Okay, and then I'll do it. I'll get 2 pockets out of this, like so. There we go. And rather than getting my, can you see that? Yes. Sorry about the lighting here. My shade broke. The string broke, and I can't get the shade up and down anymore. Okay, so I'm just gonna come with a gusset there. And I'll do a gusset across the bottom, just deciding on how I want these gussets. I don't feel like getting the whole cutting board out, but that should be sufficient. and then I'll glue this edge down. And then I'll do the same with the back one. I'll do a 1/4 inch here and a 1/4 inch here. And you know what, on this one, I'll do a 1/4 inch on the edge as well. There we go. And we'll do some little snippies. There we go. And some snippies here so that we can do some gussets. Okay, so now today is Friday and I still have 10 days of vacation. I'm so grateful. I have been so exhausted. I was up late wrapping on, Tuesday night because we do Christmas Eve. The family smorgasbord get together is Christmas Eve. So, and I hadn't done any wrapping. And by the time that family get together was over, holy cow, was I beat. And then yesterday was like just a recovery day in the biggest way. Like, it was brutal. All right, I'm feeling lace. I'm feeling like I want some lace trim right there. So I have my bins just to the side here. I just spilled the other bin. And I think I have some fine, oh, nope, I think it was in the other bin. Of course. I'm here, don't go away. There we go. So yeah, I have some trimmy laces here. That is sweet. Yep, I think I'm gonna do that. Where are my cute little scissors? Here we go. Put that to the side. I think this is going to be a pretty one. So I'm going to take, this is probably, that reminds me less of frayed burlap and more of, hold it, what is it called? Peeled paint. Where's my peeled paint? Some bundled sage. Oh, here. Bundled sage and peeled paint. These are my greens. Got some old paper. Some bundled sage. And peeled paint. I think that's the closest, but I actually think I'm going to go with the bundled sage. So let me grab a dauber. Do I have one already? Here, this looks like it might be. So for these, instead of buying tons of these, I use old wine corks. I put a hook circle of the Velcro of the hook side, and it attaches beautifully to the standard pads. Yeah, it's not exactly, but I like how it goes with. So give that a little bit of a, and you know what, I'm gonna go in a little bit here, and that will serve as some background for the lace. Oh, I just really like the way that looks. It's a little cooler, I think, than than the peeled paint. I just really like it. Same here. Yeah, so we're supposed to get some snow tonight. I don't think we're going to get tons. The predictions haven't settled down yet, but they do agree that it's not going to be like it's not going to be a major snowstorm, but we are going to get some pretty whiteness out there. Ugh, I did this the wrong way around. That's okay. I usually do the back cover slanted the other way. It'll still work. It'll be fine. Not sure what I was thinking. Out of practice, I guess. Okay, let's do a little Beacon 3-in-1 Fabri-Tac glue. One of the nice things about this Fabri-Tac is that it does dry super fast. I was thinking about having it go the other way for once, but on second thought. Oh my gosh, I keep putting those little scissors down. What did I do with them? Yeah. There we go. And then along here. Yeah, so I need to make a bread book list. Should I make a TBR? I don't know. TBRs can get very long. Probably not. I can see myself not actually following through with the TBR because so often I won't have this with me when I go, oh, I need to read that. I usually just stick it in a list on Amazon because I read most of my books on Kindle. I did read a book over the summer, and we went to visit my family in Alaska. I read Blood and Betrayals, which I really liked. And I had the physical book for that. But most of the books that I read are electronic. I read them on my phone and I read them on my laptop. I actually don't have a proper Kindle, but the other devices work just fine. Oh, I forgot to do lace. Let's see. Maybe we'll find a different lace for this one. I can still do it. I'm going to push this right to the edge there. Yep, just like that. Just kind of hold it there for a sec with those, and let's find a piece of lace to go along this back edge. I don't think I have any left. I don't think I have any green lace left. I did at one point have a nice roll of green lace, but I loved it and I used it. Oh, there's some. This isn't the one I was thinking of. It's a little bright. It's a little artificial spring. Let's do this crochet lace. Like so. Had my scissors that time. Okay. Put that back down. And do we want it facing away? Or do we want it facing out? I'm going to try it. It might, you're right. I hear you. You're right. It might get tangled. It might become annoying, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I'm not selling this. This is just for me. So I can do things that are wonky. I do like the way it looks. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to stick this in the front pocket, and I'm going to use this now. So I'm not going to stick it in the front pocket. All right, put this to the side. Where am I going to put this? Right here. And let's get our paper. So here is this one. Where is my what is this called? Art glitter glue. And I'm just going to do a bead around the edge. I don't need it to be stiff. Okay, so that is going to be, this is going to be the front. I do believe that that is how that works, right? And I want all of my trackers right behind that. And then week one, do I want them, when we turn the page, do I want them facing each other? Or, yeah, I'll do that. So that's the first 2 weeks, the second 2 weeks, and the last one. So they're going to go in this order: tracker, habit tracker. I thought I filled out a tracker. Oh yeah, this is a habit tracker. I got 500 words a day for writing. Walk dogs every day because my husband is a saint and he walks the dogs every day. And a lot of the time I'm like, oh, it's too cold, or, oh, I need to do my 500 words. But I'm going to be good and get my steps in, because that also then helps me get my steps in. And I never make it to 10,000. That's not something I'm good at doing. I'm going to take a quick sip. But I certainly could get to 5 or 7 if I walk the dogs with him every day. So that's my habit tracker. Oh, and stitching. I want to stitch every day. Or even every other day. Even if I do it every other day, and maybe I do the words on the alternate days. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I want going for balance here. Balance in my creative life. Okay, and then there's my 10K strap tracker. I actually don't need this then, but I do need my swim tracker. So I'm going to have that sticking. Oh, you know what? I didn't. I did it so it would be like that, which was not smart. I'm actually going to have it, had the holes going this way, but that's going to be less easy to fill in. Will that be a hindrance to my, see, if I do it like this, where will the holes fall? Yeah, it'll impede the words a little bit, but I can live with it. I can live with that. And I can just eyeball the center here because I want it centered. So I'm going to do it like that. That'll be okay. And then the habit tracker will do like this. Again, I'm eyeballing it. I don't care if they're all perfectly lined up. because I believe there's going to be plenty of there's going to be plenty of overlap with the covers. Where do we think this center is here? All right, hold on. Let's do this. I do have a Tim Holtz ruler. Four, 3.5, 4. Okay, that's the center there. So, like this. Okay. So, those are done. Hi, honey, I'm making a video. That's Ruthie. She just got home from the barn. I'm doing video.
Oh, okay.
Did you have a good ride?
What's up?
Did you have a good ride?
Oh my god, he was such a good boy.
Did he love his new bit? We got them a fancy new bit for Christmas.
He loved it so much, and I loved it. I was so impressed. I didn't ride him for over a week. He was such a good boy today.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
He's the best boy.
He's an American Paint. Is that his official breed?
Yes, American Paint Horse.
Yes. He's so handsome. She got Christmas photos of him this year where the photographer was really good and really clever, and she had him posing with a wreath, but instead of a wreath that you put over their heads that might make the horses shy, it was a wreath that clipped around his neck. I was very, very impressed with how clever that was. And then the photographer did a really good job of editing out Ruthie's presents, my daughter. And they just were beautiful, beautiful photographs. He's a very photogenic horse. He's kind of got that, he's American Paint, as we said, but he's got that like kind of chestnutty brown and white splotches. And he's got a cute little pinkish nose, and he's got a beautiful white mane and tail. He's just a very handsome man. He's a spoiled baby. I call him my grand horse. His name is Eagle. Okay. I've got all my holes, and I'm just going to go through and do my punching and hope I haven't messed this up. Of course, I can't see where I did them now. And again, I'm not going to be fussed if the pages themselves don't align perfectly, because again, it's just for me. And although I suppose I could do this, couldn't I? I suppose that might actually be smarter to just do them in a block. All right, let's see if this works. Let me get some clippies. And hold them together. Suppose that would have been smarter, Jessica. That's okay, live and learn. The next month I'll think to do this right off the bat. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So if you don't have one of these big bites, I strongly suggest getting them. Of the two, I think I would say get this over this. I mean, I use this a lot and I love it, but they do a lot of the same things. Like this does everything that this does, but this would never be able to deal with something that thick. So that's why I say, if you had to choose between the two, I would suggest having the Big Bite. Although that being said, I really enjoy having both. I think I got the Big Bite first. And then I actually, if you guys have a Joann's, not a Joann's, they're gone. Michael's. I got this at Michael's in one of the bins at the back of the store on clearance. So if you, I always advocate checking, here's my book, checking the clearance bins, because I found distress inks back there. I found the Big Bite. I found my Corner Chomper. Oops, I am so sorry. Gosh, I keep doing that. This Corner Chomper was really disappointing, however, because as you can see, this broke. I wonder if that's why it was back there. Probably got, I don't know, recalled or something, because I didn't do anything terrible to it. I think I just put it back where it lives and the thing broke off. I can still use it, but I was disappointed. Okay, so now I'm going to put my template in that pocket along with that until I figure out what to do with it. And now let us do our rings. Can I do them all together as a block? You guys remember getting, those of you of a certain age, I'm 58. Do you remember like this getting the school year started and going and buying like a blue fabric covered 3-ring binder and getting it all set up with your dividers? I do. That was always so fun, and all your loose leaf notebook pages and everything was pristine and perfect, and you could write out your subjects on the dividers and they could all line up. That's probably where I get a lot of this whole paper thing from. That and a touch of the Tism. Okay. Oh, I didn't glue those. So those are the first days. And then here we have, oh, that's not how I wanted it to go. I thought, okay, so here's the beginning. So I'm going to put the month and maybe some intentions there. And those are the first 2 weeks. And then I thought I would open up, oh, shoot. Did I mess this up? This, do these two? Oh, okay. All right, it's fine. It's fine. It was just in the wrong order. Okay, so then I have these surfaces to decorate and play with. They're so cute. Look at those fun mushrooms and little butterflies. These are going to go really well with the 49 in Market cutout sets that I have. And then this, yeah, this can go here because there are 5 weeks in January this year. 30 days, half September, April, June, and November. All the rest of 31 except February. Okay. And then there's that last week. Do I want my trackers? I think I want my trackers towards the beginning. Oh. Huh. Uh-oh. It's just paper, right? Okay, so this has got to be my intentions. And then while I'm here, I want my trackers towards, oh, what's this? I don't know. I'm so confused. All right, keep that there. thinking maybe I'm gonna, oh, here, let's finish your thoughts here, Jessica. Got our trackers. Here is our beginning, because this has the month. In review. I think maybe I'll stamp those. My swim tracker. Where are the two other trackers? And then here's the, nope, that's not the right one. Habit tracker and 10K step tracker. I should probably do water, keep track of whether or not I finish my water bottle at work, because I don't. So I'm just going to add that in right now. And it's going to be a yes, no, finished water or not finished water. And maybe that will help motivate me to keep drinking. Trouble is, when I'm at work, I teach high school science. I can't go to the bathroom whenever I need to, which is a ridiculous thing. So I have to wait until either I have a free period, or sometimes I'll sneak out as the classes are changing. It's kind of a ridiculous situation. And that is why I often don't drink enough water. So that's going to be all or none. I finish or I didn't finish it. Any other habits that I need to keep track of? I don't know. What are the habits? If you guys do this out there, what habits do you track? I'd love to know. I might use them. Okay. So I think I am going to stop there, and I'm thinking about maybe putting some fabric over these, or maybe over here. I don't know. Maybe I'll do fabric so that when it is fully full, or maybe I'll do that at the end. But I'm just thinking, I wonder if I put a strip of fabric here, a strip of fabric here, and a strip of fabric here, if that would help with the stability. But that is my 2026 journal habit tracking setup so far. I will update you guys probably on this once a week. And again, I will put all those links in when I upload the video. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope you all have a great weekend and enjoy the rest of your vacation if you're on vacation, and a happy new year. Bye-bye.